If you're new, press the bell icon to get the latest notifications.
Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to JASMY video update. Alright, so pennant got invalidated, and I don't know why people are losing their mind if something gets invalidated. It's not a big deal. This was your pending target 2421, but it's not pending anymore because this was one way to go up and you made the shooting star, and that's the thing, man. This is TA, and if you go and if you judge these videos based on a TA, I'm not wrong at anything, because if you are breaking a pennant, then you're not meant to go down here. Simple as that, right? So work with stop losses, but probably if you're trying to short something, you work with a stop loss. And right now, so what's going to happen next? That's the question, right? So we basically had this pennant. You have that pump for JASMY to the upside. People are saying it's going to the moon, which is one of the biggest probably bullshit statements to hear based on a TA, that it's gonna go to the moon now. I mean, you have one pump and then you want to say it's gonna go to the moon, right? That's pretty awesome. I mean, I wish TA did work like that. You just say it's gonna go to the moon and it goes to the moon, because I've heard so many people telling me over and over again when I talked about it right over here, it's going to the moon, it's going to the moon, it's going to the moon, it's going to the moon. And I said, no, it's going to the moon, but in the opposite direction. And we are moving to the opposite direction. And as far as I'm concerned right now, we're still not going to the moon just yet, because I told you in so many videos, to go to the moon, you need so many checks. Number one, the EMAs. You need to make a bullish cross of the EMAs. You need to break the downtrend, which you really didn't even break the downtrend. As far as I'm concerned, I think, again, you pumped to this resistance that you always pumped for JASMY, and then you went down, okay? So you do have, even if you were meant to go higher, for example, right here, the 55 and the 10 and the 20 bear cross, boom, to the downside. You pump back up to the moon, again to the 55, got rejected, down. Again you pump to the moon, near the 55, went to the downside. Pump to the moon, you're at the 10 and the 20, maybe just go a little bit to the 55, amazing, get rejected here, and then continue lower. So we are in a downtrend, and downtrend works, and I think this is still a downtrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now, the downtrend is still intact, no break, no nothing. And so let's actually remove this one flag right over here. The target is still pending to come down to 1870. Maybe this is a daily pennant that got invalidated and you can have a temporary upside. Now, for example, that was a daily pennant. You made a little bit of a pump here, okay? It still doesn't invalidate this weekly pennant, which is higher time frame, that shows it's going to go down. And if you want to invalidate this whole weekly time frame, here's an example. Just like the same way you did invalidate this daily time frame, we need to get above 16,000, 11,000, backtest 10,000, and then you invalidate this whole bear rectangle that takes you down to this price target, which is 2,000 and 1,800 level. Okay, so you need to get above that one. Unless you're not doing that, this still is in play to come down here. Now, how you do that, I don't know. You can even do something like this, something crazy like this, and then go down. It's still gonna be in play, because I'm talking about the weekly. And the next thing to talk about is gonna be the following. You do have this line of resistance as well. So let's actually bring in that line here, and let's talk about this resistance line right over there. And let's look how much further can you make a pump for JASMY now. Now you do have this one touch right there, second touch right here, a third touch right there, fourth touch right over here. You broke to the downside, and now you're invalidating that pennant. So it could be the time to just pump a little bit to that line again, and that's where you also have the 55 coming into the play as well. So the higher you can go, I think, is going to be 3,500 or 3,700. That's the highest you can actually go. And you also have another resistance, which is right over there. Look at this right over here. Okay, so you do have that resistance. So very big level to come in. So if you can get lucky a little bit to make it to 3,600, that's where you're gonna have to wait. And I'm not saying you cannot break it out. Of course, if you try to break out of it, that would be good. Back test and then try to move to the other side as well. So that's pretty much it for this JASMY video update right now. and I'm gonna see you the next one. Allah Hafiz.